Hi guys, my name is Trevor ILESLEY, teaching that there is another way, and it's called BEMEISM. The reason why BEMEISM came to me is I found myself in a dreadful place called the dark night of the soul. Some call it depression, but what is depression? Nobody knows, nobody seems to understand, and definitely nobody has the cure. I've got the cure. I discovered something about myself that when I found myself in the dark night of the soul, my higher self was trying to come through to me to give me new information about how to love life, how to live life, but most importantly, how to discover my true self being. Now, today we're going to be talking about 3 a.m. in the morning. How many of you get up at 3 a.m. in the morning and wonder why? Now, I know it's a terrible time to get up. Nobody wants to get up at 3 a.m. in the morning, but there's a real good reason for this. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to grab a pen and paper, because your soul has got you to awaken. Because the reason why it is 3 a.m., think about it, the rest of the world is asleep in some sense. It's quiet. It is the best time. Nothing is stirring. There's no traffic on the outside. It is just you. Something has got you to awaken. Now, you may be thinking that you're getting sleep deprivation, but no. This is the moment where your soul is getting your attention. It is the best time. I love the 3 a.m. awakening because I know there is something that I need to find an answer to. There is a question that you probably went to bed with. Your soul awakened you and says, okay, let's sort this out. Now, you may be driving yourself mad thinking it's 3 a.m. in the morning, but I want you to get really used to it and I want you to love it, because I discovered it is a beautiful time to get up. Start to work with yourself. Start to understand who you are. Write down all of your pains. Discover more about yourself, because there's no one more important on this planet than you. This is the Be-Me being. But you have given all of your importance to everyone else, and you left yourself out, didn't you? And so therefore, you find yourself in life in a place where you don't feel loved. You don't understand you. You've given everything to the world and nobody has given you anything back other than pain. Now, realize this. You are an authentic being. Don't expect others to understand who you are. Don't expect others to love who you are. And most importantly, don't expect telling other people what's going on within your life that they will understand. 3 a.m. in the morning is an incredible time for you to discover you. My meaning to life is this: find the true self, feel the true self, and be the true self. Now look at that again. 3 a.m. in the morning is about finding the true self. Now, what do I mean by that? You are seeking. You are searching for something. You're not quite sure what it is. Let me give you a clue. How would you like to find yourself in a place of intelligence, awakening, soulfulness, peacefulness, compassionately being you, loving life? This is what 3 a.m. is all about. Do you know they used to call it the witching hour? But let's not get caught on the word witch, because that is total rubbish. There is no such thing as a witch. That was an identity that was invented to take away women's power. Your own divinity, your healing gifts that you came to the planet with. Let's raise up the women for a moment, shall we? A lot of women have lost themselves. Why have you lost yourself? Because you gave your power away to man. You want a man to love you. You want to love a man. You put a man on a pedestal. Look what happens in the end. It doesn't last. Man just sucks that lot in and just treats you with the aspect of its own ego. It rules you. I'm here to get you to awaken to your divine right. You are the creator of life. Every man that exists on this planet, from the past, present, and future men to come, you gave birth to them. Because without you giving birth to them, man doesn't exist. That's how creative you are. If you want to go to the God aspect of that, God entrusted you to be able to teach, to evolve the human race. Man. The big man's ego. That's what we grew up with. So you, as a woman, are very important, but you've been taught that you're not. Think about the pain you have to go through just to deliver a child, and then the pain of actually process of going through with your child. It's an incredible journey, isn't it? Go to the aspects of that. Having a child, you thought that was going to be the very thing that was going to love you. Something that you could really love. A great connection to love. I see life like this. You are the incubator to life. In your womb, in your stomach, is a creation being born. It is being built by God. I think that's the only time I would love to use the word God, really, because in that creation period, in the incubator within yourself, you are birthing life. You know as well as I do, it's not an easy story. There's pain coming to deliver that child. But then, what is the gift? It is the gift to be given a human being. But I say it like this now. Forget the word human being. You're being given a beamy being. And I used to see it like this. It's like the hands of God are inside you, molding, building this amazing creation. And as it passes through the womb, I had this visualization that the baby was in God's hands. And as it passes it through into this world, it then enables you to take responsibility for that child. Now, the interesting thing about this is you, as a mother, a nurturing healer, a creator of life. Think about it. Really use your intelligence to see what you bring to the planet, because you bring pure creation. It's a boy, it's a girl, you name it. But the interesting thing about it is, your job is not to feed it with the fears that were given to you from your parents. This is evolution. This is how we change humanity. This is how you change your world and somebody else's world. You are here as the creator of all life. Women, please stand up. We are looking for the divine woman. That's why you're lost. That's why you're confused, because in your mind you're sort of thinking, something's wrong. Something just doesn't feel right. Why have I been so let down in life? It's because you gave away your power. The world is run by men, and look at the state of it. It's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Who can you trust? Can you actually trust man? I don't think so. But what you need to do is trust yourself. The divine woman needs to show itself now. Now, I know there are a lot of divine women starting to awaken. You want to be life coaches. You want to be healers. You want to be messengers. You got something to say. But you're sort of saying to yourself, oh, how can I do this? Woe is me. The women are very emotional, and I'll tell you for why. This is how the difference between man and woman looks at itself. Man can feel a certain amount of pain, and it feels it in a certain area of its body, mainly the third chakra, the solar plexus. Woman feels pain throughout her entire body. You waste your time trying to explain to man the way that you feel. Forget it. Man ain't listening. Man does not understand how a woman feels. And the reason being is you as a woman have lost how you feel. Feeling is the truth. Feeling is your truth. So this takes us on to feeling the true self, being the true self. How do you feel as a being? 3 a.m. in the morning is to get you to be able to speak with yourself and ask yourself this important question. How am I feeling? Because however you are feeling will determine how you are being. I work with a lot of women on Skype. They've lost themselves. They don't understand themselves. They don't feel right. But it doesn't take me long to understand what is the problem. You sold yourself. You gave yourself away. You've done all of this work for man to be able to go off and create what he wants to create. But what about you? What have you done? How do you feel? 3 a.m. Get a pen. Get a piece of paper. Because that pen becomes your truth. And I want you to write down everything about yourself. I want you to understand what you've done in life. And most importantly, I want you to understand what love is. Because on the source code, God entrusted you to give birth. God enabled you to have free will in the way that you educated your children. Now I know there are a lot of women out there that have had children and they're wondering why their children are acting in a certain way. Why have they disowned me? Why do they not like me? Really look at it. Really try to work it out. Try to understand them. I want you to go back to yourself as when you was a child. Because the only way to talk to a child is through you being a child. Go back and remember what you felt like at the age of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What did you want from your parent to tell you? What was the gift that you wanted from your parents that would just make everything seem okay? They wanted your attention. They wanted your time. They wanted your guidance. They wanted your love. That's it. That is all. And in this awakening process of trying to understand your divine femininity at 3 a.m. in the morning, you need to understand this. You are important. You are very special. And I want you to start getting it. I want the woman. I want the divine woman. I want the divine beamy aspect of this planet to show itself. Because we are living in a male-dominated world. I want the feminine. I would love to see the feminine to come through and deliver their message. So is that you? Are you writing that book? Are you trying to understand your own femininity? Because as I said, femininity has lost itself into a world of masculinity. So ask yourself this very important question. Are you being too masculine? Are you being masculine to fit in the world of male energy? If you are, that's where you went wrong. 3 a.m. in the morning is for you to get in connection with your femininity. Because femininity is beautiful. It's a wonderful, wonderful aspect of who we are. Me as a man that grew up to be masculine, to do what man is supposed to do, with all the identities of what we're meant to do for women. I was a hairdresser. a makeup artist. It's quite a feminine job. But to me, I'm not really that feminine. I don't look feminine. I don't talk feminine. But there was a feminine aspect about myself. And do you know why I love that? Because that career awakened my own femininity. And so therefore, I could combine the two of being masculine, being male, and I could combine femininity with my career. But when that crashed, my higher self was sort of saying to me, it's time to get the balance. If you can get your masculine right, and you can get your femininity right, and you bring these two together, which is this is what I love, that's the Be Me. Masculine, feminine becomes one. I am a Be Me being on this planet that I call beautiful Mother Earth. BME, beautiful Mother Earth. You're here to nurture, you're here to guide and teach love. Because whilst that child of yours was in your womb, it was actually being created by love. So 3 a.m. in the morning, please find the love of who you are. There is no greater aspect in discovering that. That is your task. That is what I want you to achieve. That is what your spirit is yearning for, to be loved. Now, how do we discover love quite quickly? Stop destroying yourself. Stop putting yourself down. Stop hating yourself. If you can stop that, your divine feminine will rise. And there you will discover the greatest feeling of being a Be Me being on this planet. Be the feminine, be the balance, because believe you me, this planet needs it, and it needs you right now. My name is Trevor ILESLEY, teaching the world that there is another way to live life, and it's called the Be Me way. Stay tuned. If you'd like to get hold of me, speak to me. I'm offering a 1-hour Skype for a donation. Go to Trevor ILESLEY, teaching BEMEISM. Send me a mail, because I would love to awaken you into the divine self being, the feminine aspect of who you are. And that goes for you as well, men. You've been too much in your masculinity. You've been controlling. It's no good now. So if you, being a masculine, have found yourself in this place of weakness, that weakness is called femininity. Welcome to the world of masculine and feminine, because somewhere along the line here, if you can get the both, then you become a Be Me being, a body, mind, energy healer. Get that right. You change your world, and the world changes with you. See you on the other side. Hi guys, my name is Trevor ILESLEY, teaching that there is another way through the dark night of the soul. I'm here today to introduce to you a Skype meeting, a consultation with me for 1 hour live, so that you can speak to me about your problem and your situation. Now, if you do fancy a Skype meeting with me, then go onto my Facebook page, which is Trevor ILESLEY, teaching BEMEISM. Drop me a message and I will get back to you with the details of how you can speak with me and explain what is going on within your journey. Because one of the things that I've discovered is there's nothing greater than finding someone that knows where you're at. This is one of the things that I always wanted to find, was somebody that knew me, somebody that could explain what on earth am I going through. So I'm opening the doors for you, to give you the chance to be able to come through and share with me your journey, so that I can share with you the information that saved my life. And I want to give this to you, because once you get this information and you work with this information, then who knows, maybe you will meet somebody else that is going through the dark night of the soul, or is going through depression and anxiety, or feels completely lost in life. I want to share with you this information so that you can then pass it on to somebody that may need it. Drop me a line on Facebook, Trevor ILESLEY, Teaching BEMEISM. Send me a mail and I will give you all the instructions and the directions, and we can make a date and have a chat for 1 hour. Speak to you then.